Uhambile washiya umzi wakho, ngihlala ndikukhumbula oko kunzima ngaphandle kwakho kubuhlungu.
12 years ago, he entered one of the country's then most popular music searches, which in many ways could be seen as the point that turned his love for music into a more serious affair than singing in the shower. By the time he got to tertiary, he was already performing on a professional level, sharing stages with the likes of The Soil before moving it up a notch and working with major artists like Lesejos, Bokazi and Malay, to mention a few. Today, he is still at it and focusing on his own music, which has resulted in the release of his first single. We are talking about the Free State born Mxolisi Ndongeni, and he joins me now to talk about his music. What is interesting about your music, you only wrote this song, the first song you performed this week. This is the very first public performance of the song.
Yes. I was a bit skeptical about it, but I mean, it's the first time I'm going to be doing this song publicly, and I was hoping for the best actually. So if it went well, then yeah, good job.
Amazing. Mxolisi, a lot of people for the first time is going to hear the music, and they're going to hear that you're busy launching the second album, but many people won't know what happened with the first. Tell me a bit about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think at the time I was not that ready for, I mean, my state of mind at that time, I was busy with a lot of things, and the work that I was doing at the time was pressurizing me like hardcore. And now, I mean, at the time I was signed to Demo Music, and I couldn't do what he was expecting because I was busy with other things. So I took a break. So the album was withdrawn because I didn't have time to promote it the way they expected. So I pulled out a bit.
So this is technically your debut album?
Yeah, no, this is my debut album. This is my debut because that one I don't consider it because it was not publicly known that much.
We talk about your love for music, and it started 12 years ago, but when was it at that point where you knew that this is something you really need to do? I mean, you talked about taking this break, but when was that conviction around music?
No, I realized that, you know what, you only have one life to live. So if you are given this talent now, why not use it? I mean, a lot of people are making it with music these days, and I looked at myself and I pictured myself doing it as a source of income, and I realized that, you know what, I could actually grow in this because I have the ability to sing, and I have the ability to write, I have the ability to even produce the songs. So I just took that decision that day that, you know what, I'm doing this regardless of the challenge.
Because you do have a lovely texture and tone to your voice. Talk to me about your influences. Who are you inspired by? You remind me of those old R&B kind of jazzy lounge singers.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm influenced by a whole lot of soul music. I used to look up to Stevie Wonder. Your John Legend, you know, your Maxwell. So all the influences come through my music.
Yeah, I can hear it. Okay, so you're busy working on the second album now. What has this journey been like, producing it and taking creative control of an album?
It is challenging because all the ideas have to come from me, you know. So I have to orchestrate everything. So yeah, I love the challenge. And I'm financing this album. It's totally independent. I'm hoping to, you know, it could grow to, you know, making me a household name in the industry. It's challenging, to be honest with you.
So, what is the second album about?
It's called New Beginnings. It's a new start for me because I took a long break of music. You know, I used to be known in my hood as that guy who sings, but all of a sudden there was that quietness about me. So I'm relaunching myself. So I call it New Beginnings because I talk about my life mostly, what I started, and I really want to, you know, finish on a high note. Yeah.
Okay. You're going to have some new fans this morning. People want to follow you. Where can they go?
I have a Facebook page, Mxolisi Ndongeni. I'm also on Twitter. It's MX for Sky on Twitter. And My email address, can I give it?
Yeah. I know. Well, actually, no, people can Google you and follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm online.
So when is the second album dropping? Or when is the new album dropping?
Right now we have a single.
Yeah.
It's out there. You can get it on copsmusic.com. And the album, definitely next year, early next year.
Okay. We still have 2 more performances from this young man, Mxolisi Ndongeni, who is a singer and songwriter. He's adamant that you may have missed his first album, but you will know his next album, which is currently in the making. He's still performing 2 more songs, as I mentioned. The album is set to drop early next year. Stay tuned. We take an ad break. You don't go anywhere.